Hello, everybody. In the current affairs this week, the week ended 18th of February 2024. First of all, talking about the markets, not just the Indian markets, but the global commodity and the US markets as well. There was nothing which was so noteworthy as far as the changes in all these markets are concerned. The trends remain more or less stable. The trend of FII selling and DII buying remained the same more or less. But one of the noteworthy thing which is happening as far as India is concerned is the Indian stock market and all the participants in the stock market are fully supporting growth and the sectors and the stocks which are in the growth trajectory. They are not shying away from selling off stocks which are big time companies, but the growth in those sectors and those stocks is a question mark. The case in point being, the PSU banks are expected to deliver good numbers in the times to come. They are supposed to show good growth. While as the private banks, which were the favored ways of investing in India since last at least more than around 10 years, are no more in the flavor as far as the Indian markets are concerned because of the slackening growth with these private sector banks. The same is the case with two major sectors which were also up this week, which was automobiles and oil and gas. These sectors also are expected to do very well in the times to come, and these are the stocks and the sectors which are in favor of the market. And as I said, and I repeat, the market is not at all shy in selling off and brutally punishing those stocks which do not deliver. Now coming to one of the important developments which has happened in India, which is the judgment delivered by the Supreme Court in the case of the electoral bonds, which was a scheme launched by the present government since last quite a few years. Electoral bonds to the extent of more than 16,000 crores have been sold and received as a donation by several political parties. The major recipients of these anonymous bonds were the ruling parties, and the parties in opposition received the least amount of these bonds by way of donations. The Supreme Court in its decision struck down this arrangement of electoral bonds, stating that this arrangement is unconstitutional. And now, by 13th of March 2024, State Bank of India, which has issued all these bonds, is supposed to declare all the names and details of who all had purchased these bonds and who all are the beneficiaries in respect of these bonds. This is a landmark judgment as far as putting forward the fact that India has always been saying that India is a country which is a democratic state. Judgments can go against the ruling parties, and the judiciary would not be shy delivering such judgments. So this is a major achievement where the rule of law and the democratic institutions have been respected. But the fact remains that if all this information is out in public, and which is going to happen, then the opposition party and the people at large will start connecting that these were the people who had donated to the ruling party and these were the favors which were being given or which were supposed to be given to those people or those companies which had given donations to these political parties. So these might lead to some different kind of an environment and a thought process with the people who are going to vote in another few months' time. The another important news which came out was that whatever were the government's targets as far as the PLI scheme is concerned, they have not been able to achieve the kind of investments which were targeted. Targets in respect of at least 15 of the sectors which were meant for PLI have not been achieved. Major being sectors like auto components, textiles, IT hardware, specialty steel, all these sectors, the targets of investments have not been achieved. Lastly, as far as globalization and the present trends which is against globalization, US government is going to support by way of subsidy to Intel to the tune of 10 billion US dollars to bring back semiconductor manufacturing back to the US. This is the trend which is now picking up, where strategic interests are beyond economics. Thank you.